I thank the gentleman from New Jersey and the chairman. Thank you so much. I want to direct a question to Mr. Gardner and Mr. Corbett, and start by acknowledging the tremendous progress that we have made on the Gateway project, which, as you both know, is extraordinarily important to the people of New Jersey and New York, but also to the entire economy of the Eastern Seaboard. In January of this year, as you know, we executed the full funding grant agreement to secure $800 million to replace the Portal North Bridge, an important part of the project. There's a contract that's been signed with a firm to start building it. On the Hudson River Tunnel, we've secured the long-delayed environmental impact statement. Just last week, the Army Corps issued its environmental permit for the tunnel. We hosted President Biden for a groundbreaking for the Portal Bridge. Secretary Buttigieg has made multiple visits to look at the project. And of course, we have just passed and sent to the president enacting the most transformative investment in America's infrastructure in generations, a law that will at last fund the Gateway project and so much more. We've obviously got a lot more work to do, but hopefully soon we're going to be shifting into the construction phase for the tunnel, something that would have seemed out of reach just a couple of years ago. But just as I pushed hard, including in the last administration, to get us to this point, I'm going to push just as hard to get things built faster without compromising on safety. The current plan, as I understand it, for the bridge, for the Portal Bridge, has final completion slated for July 2027. That's quite a ways down the road. And for the tunnel, if we're able to get the financing plan in place in 2022, what I've heard is talk about completion not until 2035. Now, I get that projects this complicated don't get built overnight, but you will not be surprised that my constituents will not be happy if they have to wait until 2035 to get this project done. So my question to you both is, what are you doing to expedite those timelines, and what can we do from Washington to help make that happen?
Stephen, maybe I could just touch on Portal Bridge and then turn the tunnel over to you. But Congressman, thanks as always for your support. Obviously, you've been very active in helping not just the Northeast Corridor and Gateway, but New Jersey Transit. So very much appreciated. I think one of the key things we touched on, the cooperation between Amtrak and, in this case, New Jersey Transit. We've had on Portal Bridge, we had excellent cooperation 4 years ago. I think it's no secret we were at war with each other. And now if you look at the project development agreement that we have for the execution of the delivery of Portal Bridge, that's a really historic shift in where Amtrak and New Jersey Transit as partners are put this out in a way that allows us for shared savings to be realized with the contractor, and bonus payments for being able to meet or exceed milestone deadlines, so that we were able to move the project along, and there's an incentive to do that quicker. There is with US DOT, we're working with the new administration, both with FTA, FRA on harmonization. There's some differences for historic reasons. Some may even require legislative fixes, but between FTA policies and FRA policies. So that harmonization effort should also be able to help move projects through some of those bureaucratic hurdles quicker. But Stephen, if you want to talk about the tunnel, turn over to you.
Thank you, Kevin, and thank you, Congressman, for your leadership. As Kevin recognized, you've been a huge advocate for this project. We deeply appreciate it. We agree with you that moving as fast as we can on the Hudson Tunnel project is imperative, and I know that Kevin shares that view as well. And I want to assure you, we are already taking steps to support that. In fact, Amtrak recently purchased a vital piece of property in Manhattan, which will be the receiving site for the tunnel pouring machine and ultimately the ventilation shaft area for the new tunnel. we are working to advance the next phase and the final phase of the Hudson Yards concrete casing, which is that creates the core tunnel connection into Penn Station, and working cooperatively with New Jersey and New York on the strategy to deliver this project. So we are all in on trying to get this done as soon as we can. As you know, the project really has two phases. One is building the new tunnels, and the second phase is really rehabilitating the existing North River tubes. In the interim, we are advancing a North River tube stabilization program to make sure we have reliable service during this period of construction. But our aim is to get those new tubes built as soon as we can, because they will create immediate reliability improvements. And then ultimately, as we expand other aspects under the Gateway program, create that additional capacity so that New Jersey Transit and Kevin's organization can really substantially grow, and Amtrak can grow as well.